Welcome back to the Aimmee Koachaian and the Experts Show, where we bring some of the top experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. So, this segment we are going to talk. Stephanie Thompson is the host.
I'm the co-host. Stephanie Thompson, yes. And in this segment, we've been talking, our topic has been how to start your year with a clear vision for your business and personal life. In the last segment, Aimmee talked about fear of the unknown. In this segment, she's going to talk about fear of failure. And it's some great information, so let's go ahead and get started.
Fear of failure, right?
Yes.
The first time we learned about all fears, they have judgment attached to it.
Yes.
Either we're judging ourselves, most of the time we're judging ourselves, or we're judging others. Fear of failure, it's very, very common because we are very afraid to be judged. Mm-hmm. Fear of unknown, we're judging ourselves. Maybe we don't know how to do it. Maybe we don't know how to do this. Maybe we're not going to be able to do something.
Right.
Fear of unknown, most likely, is fear of what other people are going to judge us.
Okay.
Okay. Let me share with you another story. After I came to the United States, which I share in this first segment, how I had to learn to speak English. I didn't know how to speak English, didn't have any money and all that. But a couple of years later, I was so determined to learn the language, to improve myself, how can I learn? Everywhere I could learn something, I was grabbing just to learn and grow. Then I got married, and my husband and we decided to go into business. At that time, I had a good job, and I was making very fair, good money. And we decided to go into a business. He never been in business before. I never been in business before. And I'm still, at that time, I'm still learning how to speak English. Okay?
Wow.
However, the fear of people judging me now, is she gonna fail when she start a business? How she's gonna make it? I'm still didn't know how to speak English much. He didn't have any experience in business, so therefore I was a little bit afraid what other people are going to think about me making a decision to start a business with my husband. So this is what I told myself. I had to reverse psychology.
Okay.
Reverse that to myself, and I said, okay, if they think of me I'm a failure anyway, there is nothing to lose.
There you go.
There is nothing I'm going to be losing.
Right.
So I reversed the psychology towards my fear of them judging me. And I said, they're judging me anyway. Might as well take a shot and try something. And we did. I did help him with the business. Then I discovered, and he discovered more, that I was a very entrepreneur mind. He was a great support system in believing in everything I'm doing and trusting what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that gave me more a boost, to know like, oh, he believes in me. He sees that I could run a business, I could do something.
Yes.
So that really built my self-esteem. But I still was thinking everybody else is going to think of me, I'm going to fail. I was having fear of that. And like I said again, reverse that if this is happening to you. It doesn't matter what other people are going to think of you. You're never going to change your opinion. And when you fail, everybody's going to be talking. And when you succeed, everybody's going to say, oh, I knew you were going to make it.
Right.
I knew you were going to make it. So don't allow somebody else to tell you what you can do and what you can't do. Don't allow the judgment of others to stop you to have a clear vision on what you want. Have your vision and allow yourself to put all that on the side, reverse that psychology and say to yourself, I'm going to turn that to motivate me to get better, to motivate me to make it, to motivate me to prove it not only to them, prove it to myself that I could do it. And I have no doubt that you can do whatever you put your mind into doing. Let me tell you, I was a person with 4th grade education. English is my 3rd language. And I still was in this country maybe 3 years, less than 3 years. First couple of years I was around my people where I was speaking Arabic or Armenian. And then I was just starting to speak English. So this is what I did. I used to go to customers sometimes and I didn't know how to write, right? I used to grab their business card. I didn't know how they understood me, but they did somehow. Somehow. They felt bad for me, maybe. But I used to grab their business card, and I used to have my invoice pre-written already. Okay, pre-written.
See how smart she is? She is determined. She is one determined woman. I mean, if you think about, just me growing up in the United States and going after a career, and, I have all these things and that I take for granted, and then I hear your story that you have only a 4th grade education, English is your 3rd language, and yet you managed to accomplish all of this. It really kind of makes me sit up and say, okay, well, what are my excuses? What are my excuses, really?
Yeah. That's what it is. It's the fear that we deal with. And like I said, I studied myself, and I studied other people, how they think.
Yes.
And that's what I came to the conclusion, is the fear what really doesn't help you to have a clear vision.
Sure.
And moving forward in your life. So what I did, I reversed psychologist, and I motivated myself that I will definitely going to fight for it. There's nothing to lose, right?
Absolutely.
So I used to take the business card from the customer and then try to copy their names. And slowly, by doing that, I start to learn how to read and write. And like, I asked my husband everything. I mean, he was getting tired of me just asking him, how you spell this? How you do this? How you do that?
And let's not forget to mention that she also has severe dyslexia. So she has that going against her as well.
Yeah, not the kind of dyslexia that you just read numbers differently. You think differently. Mm-hmm. Literally, I think of the end, and I used to even talk about things that I see the vision before they even happen, not because I'm genius or I could see what's going to happen, but I just have that reverse thinking.
Right. But when it comes to normal, everyday things,
it's very hard to explain to people how my brain really works.
Right.
But I didn't see. I put the judgment on the side, and it was very hard to do, to really be putting the judgment on myself and others on the side, just to be reaching what I wanted to get, what I want to reach. I wanted to be a businesswoman. I wanted to stay in the United States. I wanted to be a businesswoman. I wanted to get somewhere in life. I want to leave a legacy behind me. So that's what I did for the fear part of it. Mm-hmm. Of course, like I do seminars, like, I do seminars all day long talking about this stuff.
Right.
But we have only 10 minutes. And this is what I can share with you, that short couple of things that might help you to have a clear vision by putting your judgment on the side, on yourself or towards others. And also reverse psychology, and then motivate you. If somebody told you can't do something, turn that around and say, that's going to motivate me. That's how
Absolutely.
I do. Until now, until today, I use that.
You still use that?
I still use that. When I feel somebody, they don't believe in me, I'll go, okay, no problem. That means I could do it. That means I can do it.
That means you're going to convince me to do it.
You're convincing me to do it.
Yes.
That's
She's very stubborn too.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Right?
A very good way.
Being stubborn is not bad when it comes to
being determined.
Determined and living your purpose and living your dream. You're here for a reason, and you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to deliver that. And the next segment, we're going to be talking about fear of success. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Sounds good?
So,
okay.
We'll see you in the next segment.
See you soon.